Get those hands up and praise him hard. Coming to you live from Tempe, Arizona. Tempe is a metro, whatever, Phoenix, Tempe, Mesa, Phoenix, all in the same metroplex. So get those hands up and praise them. Oh! Ah! Huh! Anyway, I was at the last bus stop and only got through a couple of minutes before the bus came. So I'm up at the next stop and going to get some breakfast, and then going from breakfast to the library, then going from the library to Apologia, because it's Lord's Day, May 18th, 2025. So get those hands up and praise him. Oh! Oh! First week I was there, May 4th, James White preached, a real treat. Second week, Zach, I can't think, but he's an elder there. I can't think of his last name. He's an elder there. I don't know who's going to preach this week. Hopefully Jeff Durbin. Because next Sunday, I would like to get down to Costi Hinn's church, which is way down south, and I would love to visit him, because the Lord, I think the main reason I had originally planned to come here to the Mesa area without any thought for going to North Carolina. But Costi Hinn, I watched his interview with the I watched his interview where he had come out of the prosperity gospel. He is a nephew of Benny Hinn, and he had come out of the prosperity gospel in 2012, which is very coincidental, but I'm not going to go into that, because he was born again when you come out of some false religion. And the same way with me, I had come out of some ridiculous belief systems and finally learned the true gospel in 2012. But Costi Hinn, the first thing that the interviewer asked him, well, not the first thing, but one of the first things was, as a new believer, have you been baptized? Not as somebody who knew about Jesus, that knew his name, that had some fluffy, flighty feelings about Jesus. No. Is Jesus Lord? Is he Lord of your life? Do you pick up your cross every day and follow him? That's the type of born again experience I'm talking about, the heart experience that I'm talking about. And Costi Hinn said no, he hadn't been properly baptized. And that's what occurred to me. I had not been properly baptized. And so the good Lord arranged things where I could get to, and I mean, when I say arranged things, I'm talking big time providence. And so when I say arranged things, he got me to Durham, and I had a great interview with Andy. I was there for 3 weeks, and it was just an unbelievably wonderful experience. And I spent a lot of time and energy setting up so I can stay there, not permanently, but at least make that my home base, for lack of a better word. And I would love to go back there November, December for sure, but October, maybe. It's still beautiful in October, and I still have some more work I would love to do on the house out there. But at any rate, yeah, so here in Tempe, Phoenix, Mesa, and that's the plans for today. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I've been going to the abortion clinic every day that they're there. So that means every day except Wednesdays and Sundays, obviously. And man, Saturday the 17th, wow. especially early. Now, normally early in the weekdays, nothing's going on. Everybody's working, but on Saturdays, that's a big killing day. And man, I have no reason to understand why I'm not in jail right now. And I say that seriously because I was breaking all the rules. Breaking all the rules. Walking up the alleys and supposedly on private property. I don't know how you can claim private properties for everybody's property in your vicinity. But I'm sure that that's what they would try to do. But I didn't care. And as a result, I was aggravating everybody, especially inside the abortion clinic. Had one guy come out all dressed in black. He looked like one of Satan's demons, and he was trying to be all threatening, and he had his phone out and he's recording me. And then another lady, all dressed in black, another one of Satan's demons. She comes out, and I'm trying to reason with her and tell her, look, lady, you're not evolved from a fish. You're not a glorified monkey. You were created, and now you're running a fast food killing shop. Don't. You're going to be judged. You're lying to these people. You're not giving them both sides of the story. And of course, their side of the story is there is no God, and it's okay to kill, which is ridiculous, right? So anyway, long story short, that's what's going on. And and then after that, after all the yelling and screaming I was doing in the alley and everywhere else, I went out into the middle of the road. Now, there's 2 lanes going one direction, 2 lanes coming back the other, and then you've got the 2, turning lanes. But those turning lanes are not hardly used at all. So I was in those turning lanes holding up the, you murder, the Exodus 20 verse 7, thou shalt not murder. And so when the wave of traffic was coming one direction, I had to sign up. When the wave was coming the other direction, had to sign up. But anyway, one of the guys there was saying, man, you're going to cause an accident. I didn't see how that was even possible, so I just called it a day and left there. But at any rate, like I was saying at the last bus stop, I want very much to spend this last few days. One of the reasons I came here, I wanted to meet Peter Gurry, and he's a great textual critic, and just maybe spend an entire day going up to Phoenix Seminary, which is just north, and spending some time there, getting to meet him, getting a couple pictures with him for posterity's sake. But yeah, and then I'm applying at this donut factory because I would like to work as much as I can without having to go back to Texas. But whatever the Lord does, I'm good either way. So I'm supposed to go for an interview on Tuesday. So say your prayers for Tuesday. I would love just to stay up here another 6 weeks, let's say, through the end of June. Although it's going to be up here in Arizona. You in Texas don't know heat. This is true heat. So, but at any rate, I don't care. If I end up having to go back to Texas, it's going to be hot there also. So it doesn't really matter one way or the other. Half a dozen one or the other. I mean, it gets so hot here that I told the guy that I was interviewing with that I wanted to work second shift. That way when I get off late at night, 11, 12 o'clock at night, go home and be able to sleep even when it's still 1,000 degrees outside. But at least it's the cool part of the evening going into the cool part of the morning. And as long as I get a good night's sleep, especially like the sleep I've been getting some remarkable sleep because I've been consciously cutting out the caffeine, cutting it out, except in the mornings, obviously, or in the mid-afternoons. But Nothing after, say, 4 or 5 o'clock, and I'm not interested. So anyway, got a lot going on. It's been a great 2 months. But like I said in that previous short video, just a couple hours or an hour or 30 minutes ago, it's, you know, I'm so glad to be out of the rat race where you only get 2-3 weeks of vacation a year. And I'm finding that anywhere you go, at least in my financial situation, anywhere you go, you need at least a month, not only to get the transportation system down, but to get in my case, I have to have a place where I can find food for the most part. Not always, but especially right after I've gotten paid for working or whatever. But at any rate, the point is that I got out of that rat race because there's no way to really enjoy all the different things unless you're really rich and you can have somebody zip you all over town. But even then, you can't spend good quality time touring the places you want to tour, meeting the people you want to meet. So yeah, so anyway, this video is running out and the bus is on its way, so more later, God willing. So get those hands up and pray.